Hey everyone, Brad here with more boom. That was supposed to be the noise that the game makes when you move through the selection screen. Well, this is going well already. I first want to thank you for... I just broke... Oh god, no, move, I forgot how to move. Oh god, get away, get anywhere, get away. Just broke 500 subscribers. And thank you. I mean, that's really good. It doesn't seem like a lot, probably, to a lot of you, but for not doing any type of self-promotion at all, I think it's pretty good. Like, I don't do stuff like other people do, because I don't really get it. Like, people spend forever, like, working on thumbnails and stuff. Well, I assume it takes forever. I haven't tried. And make, like, their own custom intro and outro. And, like, one thing I would like to know how to do is, you know how people have, like, links to other videos at the end of their videos? How do I play? Yeah, here we go. That's interesting. I wish I could get up there. They have links to their other videos with, like, the videos actually playing, like, embedded in the video. And I hope you couldn't see that mouse, but it's gone now. Yeah, if someone knows how to do that, please let me know, because I haven't figured it out. Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I haven't actually recorded, like, anything in 2 months. It's just been backlog as I have time to render it, because if I haven't said it before, like, it takes a really long time the way I, you know, edit and render videos. Because I have to actually re-watch the whole thing. And then I fix the video quality a little bit, like I have an adjustment that I have saved. Okay. Sounds like someone gurgling. And then takes forever to render, and then takes forever to upload. Although it's a lot quicker now, because... Okay, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm finally getting to it. I had scheduled Verizon Fios to come. It was a brand new installation. It hasn't been in this house before. And, that took forever. I actually ended up having to take a day off of work. Because they're just so overloaded with, like, service requests and don't have enough people to come out and do it all, so that took forever. Like, they had to actually... Oh my god, that's loud. They had to actually... I should be shouting, because I don't think I'll be able to equalize this enough. They had to actually go to, like, the nearest junction box and hook it up there, and then they had to, you know, string a cable. Why do I keep saying you know? Because you don't know? Because you haven't done this? String a cable from the power lines to the house, and they had to run it all through the house and mess with the cables. And even so, like, there's a noticeable issue with the video quality. Like, every random amount of seconds it'll, like, get all pixelated and blocky, and that's something I would like to get fixed eventually. I don't know what it is. Maybe just old coax cables, maybe. But it just took so long to get everything going right, and I had a lot of time waiting on hold on their lines. And then there was, like, a dispute with the billing. And I ended up with 2 routers, and that still isn't... Ooh, yeah, I need to check that today. I should have my first bill, finally, and so I can see if I'm being billed for 2 routers. And if I am, then I need to return one of them. Add it to the list of things to do this week. I'm going away this week, so I'm gonna try to schedule a bunch of uploads. And, I haven't tried that before. Ah! That's new. Because I won't be here. But also I need to finish, like, setting up the house so I can take pictures of it to share with people over, you know, while I'm visiting this upcoming week. Another weird thing, this is totally random and off topic and not what I wanted to talk about, but we had a white... Ah! We had a white... Ah, yes. Oh god, no. We had a white Thanksgiving, which was totally weird. We had like this big storm, like I stayed home from work. And it was a pain just to get out, to go to Thanksgiving lunch or lupper or whatever you want to call it. Winter? Dunch? I don't know. It was like middle of the afternoon. But then I was jokingly like, you know, on Christmas it's probably going to be like 60 degrees and raining. Guess what? It's going to be 60 degrees and raining. That was a very long and interesting dream, and it's like slightly dynamic. Wow. Well now, I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, we're back. Oh, maybe we're not. Oh god. What the fudge? Please explain. Please. What just happened? So, switching topics for a moment so as not to bore people. If you're still watching it, guess you're not bored. At least moderately entertained. Which is good. That's what I'm going for here on this channel. Finally mastered the steps. Yeah, sure, I don't like it here. Oh, no! Fine. Yesterday I went to see The Hobbit, and what better place than here to offer some thoughts on it. What I really liked about the first two movies is they were like this epic journey, and I always hold that movies with like some type of road trip are always more interesting because, you know, you just never know what you're gonna see next. And but what I also like is kind of like the goofy sense of humor with the action scenes. Like, for example, when they were going down the raft and fighting all these guys. And also another memorable one is like the very end of the last movie where they were melting all the gold to try and kill the dragon. And sorry, I don't remember any of the names. Horrible with names. But Smaug, I just remember it because it's in the title. Fans of the series are probably like, no, what are you doing? Stop ruining everything. Anyway, the new one, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's entirely taking place in one spot, like a 5 mile, well, probably more like 10 mile spot. So it's very different Oh, yeah. Fine. And a lot of it's just like this big setup to like this huge battle on the battlefield, and it almost reminded me of like in the Anchorman movies where like all these different parties show up and just like talk smack but don't actually do anything for the longest time. And then when it finally happens, it's like pretty cool, but it's a pretty you know, standard big battle scene type of thing. And I'm glad I went for the high frame rate, because you just wouldn't have been able to tell what's going on in the standard 24 frames per second, but I'm getting there. What I really liked is when, towards the end, they went into and focused on, like, the main 5 characters, and it seemed more personal, and that was a lot better then. It's kind of more like, you know, the first 2 movies where they just focused on, like, the band of dwarves. And there was a setup for a very nice jump scare, but they kind of totally screwed it up. My little friend. Ooh, 2 friends. Which one do I go for? He's flying, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. He's leading me somewhere. Okay. We're gonna follow him. There was like a I don't want to ruin anything. There was like a long, tense moment, and then the music falls away, and there's supposed to be like this epic jump scare, and it's just like nothing. The best jump scare I've seen in any big Hollywood movie was also this year. In fact, the last movie I saw, Interstellar. And I will ruin that because I don't really care. There aren't like it was like again, don't remember any names, but the bad guy was trying to open the lock and it wasn't like locked properly. The airlock into space, and of course it wasn't locked properly, so they were just kind of like talking. And like mid-sentence, boom, and you know, this was like, well, it's called RPX, so it's basically like IMAX, like really explosive sound. And I think the entire audience like jumped a foot in the air. And that was good. That's how you do a jump scare. You're supposed to not expect it. Kind of like the last 2 I had in this game. Look at those faces. Like, it's just supposed to be something you just absolutely cannot predict. And, you know, making the music and dialogue totally fall out totally ruins that experience. Because you know something's about to happen, and approximately, you know, 3/4 of a second, I think, would be the standard amount. Nope. Fine. Yeah, packing all your belongings from 20 plus years of life. I don't know what I ran into. Is terrible. The best advice I can give, which I didn't do, is even though it would suck to like live out of boxes for a while. That's what you should do. You should very carefully organize everything and label exactly what's in the box on the box. Because I could not find anything. I'm still having problems. Like, I need to find a bag which contains a set of small screws to put a cabinet back together. And I've unpacked mostly everything, and I just have no clue. No idea where it is. But yesterday I was going through the basement with the eventual goal of hopefully, you know, going through this last bunch of boxes and hopefully finding those. But I also wanted to move around some stuff because I have a spare, my old couch and old chair. I'm putting them in the basement, setting up Nintendo Entertainment System, N64, and I have an old monitor which actually still works really well and allows me to play Duck Hunt. But, you know, I figured I'd sweep a little bit before I moved stuff around. Very bad idea. It was like years of accumulated, I don't know what to call it other than soot. Very, very fine dust of some kind. Like probably, there's a workshop down there, it's probably from that. It just completely filled the air, probably permanently damaged my lungs from breathing all that. Then I'm like, oh wait, they left me this shop vac thing. I'll try it out, and that just cleaned up all the embedded dust in the concrete, and to the point where the floor changed color. Like, oh, this floor isn't actually dirt brown. Right on the left eye. Alrighty then. Alright. Back from the bathroom. Hashtag TMI. Black Friday. I did look for in-store deals. This is not a good jump stare. It's not a good jump stare. Jump stare. Because I just stared at him, let him have his way. It's called conquering your fears, folks. Black Friday. The best deal I found, I was looking specifically for a new TV for the bedroom. Was like, I think it was a Panasonic TV, 50 inches or whatever at Best Buy. But to get it, doors open 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving, which means you would have had to stand in line from at least noon on Thanksgiving. Who in their right mind would waste their Thanksgiving just to stand in line? Plenty of people, I guess. But a lot of people are with me also, that it's just getting totally ridiculous. Like, I'm all for midnight openings. That's great. I would have actually done that. But not even 11:59 on Thanksgiving. That totally defeats the point of Thanksgiving, where you're supposed to have like time with your family and friends. That's the whole point. So I ended up going online, found a Samsung, which is actually a better brand than Panasonic. It was more money, like 300 some, but it's also better TV. So you get what you pay for, and that was a good deal. Still, it wasn't like mind-blowing, and I think it's kind of hard to find those mind-blowing deals online anymore. They want you to go into the stores. Also got a TV stand, which I found out like a week later that the seller was actually out, and then I had to reorder it from another seller, but then I applied credit, and it ended up being like a credit card reward credit, and it ended up being like only $30 to me, so that worked out pretty nicely. But that was a pain in the butt to put together. That killed the whole evening. And what am I talking about? Oh, the final thing was putting together a budget PC, and I actually found this website. Well, I didn't find it. Probably everyone else already knows about it. PC Part Picker. They kind of walk you through the whole process, and I had previously just picked out parts for myself, and I used that to find a lot better setup. But it's an AMD A6 processor, 500 gigabyte hard drive, 8 gigabytes RAM. The annoying part about that was mail-in rebates, which I am never doing again. In order to do that, you have to like scrape off the UPC so it's not too much weight. And you have to go through each individual company's website, fill out forms, then print them, and then include the UPC, and then print a receipt with each one. Print a receipt with each one and also put that in there. So it's just a ridiculous amount of paper. I actually had to buy a new black ink cartridge, which is like, what, $25? So in the end, it's like, you know, I wasted a whole evening on this, and did I even actually save any money? I don't know. But the PC's working good. And it came out to be, well, if you include mail-in rebates, it's like $270, which is really good. But then you have the added costs of I had to buy a new DVI cable and had to buy another copy of Windows 8 because now apparently you can't use them on multiple PCs even if you actually own multiple PCs, which I do. You have to buy a $100 Windows 8 every single time. It's... I don't know if I really want to get into that much right now, but Microsoft like knows that they have a stranglehold over people. Yes, there are some people that do like Mac and Linux, but for the most part, most applications that you would want on a daily basis are mostly on PC. I'm not trying to start an argument or anything about, you know, what's better, but yeah, most people use Windows, and so they're like, hey, let's find a way to make people pay more money than they want to. Next topic and next day. Alright, 3 more topics. Hopefully I can get through it on day 38. Number 1, what's coming on the channel? I hope I didn't say this already, but I'm still taking any suggestions for, like, any game, but I'm more likely to play it if it's, like, an indie horror thing. What is going on here? Oh god, you shouldn't have done that. I haven't really been keeping up on them, but you know what kinds of games I like? Actually, the game I last uploaded, the Kingman Project, was very promising. Like, I'm looking for, like, really atmospheric things that are all about, like, suspense rather than jump scares, and that's seems to be few and far between. What a day. Wow. I would just go back and replay it, but I don't care that much. Actually, the ultimate goal is to get through the game, so it's better if they go quick. Or like Baron Wittard, but not a point-and-click game. That would also be amazing. Even Slender games do it correctly. Like, a lot of the game is just suspense rather than the jump scares. But I do have 2 obscure games, obscure old games I like to play. Ah. Should I reveal them? I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that was a super upper. Yes. Super upper. Just blowing through the days now. As suggested by, I want to say Leo the Movie 32. That's close. Anyway. Hugo's House of Horror 2, Whodunit, and, you know, the game from the unreleased game, Penn and Teller's Smoke and Mirrors, Desert Bus, which is not inherently a horror game, but it's horrible to play. Or who knows, it could be the greatest game ever made. Did you see that? They fell from the sky. Oh, this could just be that cutscene again. I don't know if I want to do it again. Door number 32! Someone count that. If that was actually 32 doors, I would freak out. Did you notice I started, like, crouched down and then stood up? That was odd. Yeah, I maxed out my credit card, or I almost maxed out my credit card with all these recent purchases. Like, I have a $4,200 max. And I was at, like, 4,090. What did I hit? But thankfully I was due to pay on that date anyway, but now I'm being super careful. No! And finally, phone battery dying. And I'm lucky enough to have the HTC One where you can't remove the battery and put in a new one. So that's out. Even if that's the issue, that the battery is old, I can't replace it. What is that? So other ideas are you know, I just need to reformat it because there's too many apps and too many things running in the background. Another idea I have, which is kind of obscure, is I need to replace the screen protector because it's all dinged up. Maybe it's like registering touch on the touch screen like while it's in my pocket and just destroying the battery. Because right now the battery seems to be okay. It's dropped like maybe 5% in several hours. Bad trip. I don't know what to do in this area. I've only ever seen like the pterodactyl guys and the floating elephant. But yeah, one of the eventual joys of owning a house will be improving it. I'm already thinking about things I want to do, but unfortunately I don't have money right now. So look at that guy. But yeah, there's a really small guest room and really weird layout with 2 connected bathrooms and steps, and that's going to be a huge project to fix, but it does need to be fixed. The whole bathroom is totally outdated anyway, so. And I've been watching a lot of HGTV for ideas. Like, I used to try and watch that channel. It's been recommended to me, and it just seems stupid. But, oh, what? No! Makes more sense when you actually do own a house. Deja vu? Let's do the same thing. Well, the first day was super interesting, but now it's kind of been dropping off. It's almost like it knows I haven't played for a long time. It's like, hey, let's just throw crazy stuff at you all the time. But now it's like, no, you've been playing too much. You gotta stop. I've been here before. Trying to find new things. Nope. Oh, come on. And that's essentially all I want to talk about. Huge episode for all you rabid LSD fans. LSD Dream Emulator fans, I should say. That's it. I'm done. Got a static downer for some odd reason. Like, I understand generally what these are supposed to represent, but I don't know how to strategically get one versus the other. Yeah, I saw the gray guy, so I can't do a flashback. Oh no, I can't replay another day and make the game take even longer. Oh no. But I'm done. If you liked this video, leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and remember, never trust teddy bears.